Hey, thank you so much. I know our kids are excited. They are at the beginning of a 4-day weekend with no school tomorrow and Monday. They just got here. They're still coming in as school is being let out. They're hungry. They got homework, and today is their last day in this club until they come back and the renovations are complete. So are you guys excited? Hey, thank you all so much for being here. For those of you that I may have not had the pleasure to meet yet, my name is Ryan Smiley, and I am the president and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Northwest Indiana, and I am truly blessed, privileged, and honored to lead this wonderful organization and the impact that we have on children. A couple people I want to acknowledge here on this very special day. First and foremost, Mayor Copeland, City of East Chicago. And then we have other elected officials in the room. If you could please stand and be recognized, please. Thank you for being here and what you do. Today's demo day is an interesting twist on what we would called a groundbreaking ceremony. But because we're not breaking ground on this building, we're simply just completely renovating it, the team thought it would be appropriate to take some sledgehammers to a wall here. So we will celebrate this day by demolishing this wall you see in front of you. This day is incredibly special, and my wife agrees it has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. This has been in the works for 18 months, and I'm going to give you a brief history on how it started. A once-in-a-career type of phone call came in from an anonymous donor that grew up in the Catherine House and has great love for this city. And I brought this individual on a tour and showed her this facility, and then I showed her another facility in our organization. And the question was simply, how do we do that for kids in East Chicago? One thing led to another, and then a $500,000 contribution came with a match, dollar for dollar, if we could raise that. And lo and behold, very special group of individuals led by Mr. Weems, who I will let him introduce, but the Foundations of East Chicago, who are here today, matched that dollar for dollar with a $500,000 contribution. This is a $1.25 million capital campaign, and I can tell you as of today we've raised $1,182,000. So we're just shy of our goal. It's not about the money raised, it's about what we can do with the money for kids, for generations to come. 2019 is the 100-year anniversary of the original Catherine House that sits right across the street here. That was built by the local faith-based community, and many of you in this room know the story much better than I because you were a part of that growing up. That changed this community forever, and we have the opportunity, the obligation, and the legacy here to continue changing the future of youth in this community. There's several people I want to quickly mention that deserve a lot more time than I'm going to be able to give them here. But first of all, a capital campaign committee chaired by Doc Williams, who we'll hear from momentarily, and several others that I'd like to mention, many of whom are in the room today. Mr. Mike Muskin, Leo Carrera, Christine Russell, Matt Schubert, Kelly Nissan, and the mayor certainly helped us out as well. Those individuals understood and bought into the vision and helped us identify others that believed in what we could do. And we have several donors recognized up here that I would ask that you draw your attention to when you can. A round of applause for all of these individuals and companies that they impact. I'd also like to recognize our club advisory board, chaired by Ms. Christine Russell. For those of you here, could you please stand and be recognized? Come on, Diane. They are instrumental in helping us and the staff make sure that our programming is relevant for kids and do so much behind the scenes. We can't thank you enough. And all of our staff, Pablo and Charles, would you guys please stand and be recognized? Thank you for doing what you do every single day to make this possible. Also, my corporate board, who I am fortunate enough to have in my corner, challenging me and supporting me. Several of them are here today, and I'm very proud to say of those 38 individuals on my corporate board, every single one of them made a financial contribution to this campaign. So a round of applause for that. Last but not least, the city of East Chicago, specifically the mayor and his team, Sandra and the Parks Department have been so very supportive. Reconstruction, who we're very excited to work with, Jason and his team are here, brought in the original architects on this building, CSK Architects, who's here right now. Thank you all for doing what you're doing for us. They're the original architects that built this in the early 90s and are on this project again, so they know it well. So thank you to Core and CSK for being a part of this. But they have guaranteed that this will be done by June 1st. On the spot, did we get that, right? But thanks to the city and the Parks Department, our club kids on Tuesday of next week are going to be just a block north at the Clemente Center. So thank you to the city and the park staff for making that possible, so these guys can get in here and complete by the deadline. So as I told my national staff, Boys and Girls Clubs of America, who there are several in attendance today, gentlemen, ladies, please be recognized. Thank you for being here. If I have a microphone and a room full of people and I get to talk about the club, there's probably a good chance I'm not going to be brief. But I'm going to allow a couple of other people. First and foremost, somebody that probably does not need an introduction in this room. While many of you know him personally, you probably didn't know that he started his involvement with the Boys and Girls Club at the original Catherine House. Furthermore, he served as a board member for Boys and Girls Clubs in Northwest Indiana for 28 years and was a chairman of the board. In addition to that, hang on, I don't know. He also served as the interim CEO of the organization for the transition. I can't tell you guys how important Dr. Williams is to this organization and to all of us for what he does every time the phone rings and I ask, Doc, can you help us out? He said yes, because it's about the kids. For those of you that don't know, I'm proud to introduce you all to Dr. Ed Williams.
Thank you so very much, Ryan, to Mayor Anthony Copeland, to all of our elected officials, to all of you who are part of the Boys and Girls Club movement, to all of the citizens of our city, to the friends of Catherine House Hall. I am indeed honored to have the opportunity to spend a few moments with you this afternoon in recognition of the ceremony that we are about to become. I stand before you as not only the chair, Christine, of the Capital Campaign Committee, but more importantly, I stand before you as a member of the old Catherine House. And anyone who is anyone, Jeff, in this city is a product of K House. It was there that I learned all of the tenets that I use today in life. It taught me discipline, I learned sportsmanship, I learned community relations, I learned how to get along with people, I learned how to speak Spanish, Lithuanian, Polish, and Croatian. All in that, so I became multicultural, just as George participating in Catherine House. It did more to develop me, Diane, as a person that allowed me to live within this community and allowed me to get along with my neighbors, etc. Anyone who came was a product of that. You all remember the name Herb Hobbs. You remember that mayor, you remember the name of Bertha Payne. These were all pillars that led to playing such a key and vital role in the social and the educational and physical development of young people in our community. We cannot say thank you enough to all of those donors who stepped up to the plate to assist us, and they played a very vital role. You heard Ryan talk about the fact that we have raised $1.72 million of our 1.25 that we're going after. Just leaves a little room to work that we still have to do, but we're going to allow the many fine citizens and other community partners of our city to have the opportunity to participate in that effort. Can I have the members who are here for our capital campaign? I'd like for you to stand and be recognized. Come on, Christine, Kelly Nissan, Leo Pereira, CEO of Texas Prosper, the Honorable Mayor, Anthony Copeland. Does that take care of it? We could not have done it without these very special people. This club itself was built, and I recall it when it happened. It was built in 1991, but is, Ryan, in need of a little bit of a makeover. And I think that what reconstruction is about to undertake is going to change lives of our very special young people. And we cannot say enough to all of the members who participated with us in that effort. You heard me mention the name of Bertha Payne. We are indeed fortunate to have her special daughter with us. I saw her earlier. Monica Washington, there she is. Monica, please stand and be recognized. Your mom has a pillar in this community, and her staff is on so many of the young people and staff of this facility, and we thank you so very much for sharing your mom with us. I have the honor of introducing to many of you, most of you already know this gentleman, but we could not have done this without the help, maybe of the foundations of East Chicago, and you all, Rosie. You know, what can we say? You all have always been there to support us and other not-for-profits throughout the city, and in this case, you stepped up largely, and we will never forget your benevolence when it came to helping us to move forward with this massive renovation. But I have the privilege of introducing the president of the foundation, Mr. George Weed, formerly of National City, of PNC Bank. George is a person that is known to just about everyone in our community. His name is synonymous with banking, synonymous with foundations, and synonymous with many of our religious institutions within the city. I'm proud to call him a friend, someone who has the heart of this city within his heart, and someone that we cherish. He is an icon, and ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Mr. George Weed, President of the Foundation.
Thank you. Come on, let's put our hands together. Come on, we can do that. Before I get started, the meeting told me don't be up there long, so I'm going to adhere to what you told me. But let me introduce our Executive Director of Foundation of Chicago, Roland Payne. On our board, they need co-guide for the same please. Also, Teresa Bowman. Teresa is our director of education. I saw Janet Watson here earlier. She's still here. Janet, where are you? Oh, there she is. family, our community, our grandparents. She does an excellent job at that. I think I saw Pete Smith come in also. He's right here. Pete Smith on our grandparents. Did I miss anyone? I think I took care of everyone. To the mayor and the elected officials that are here and to each and every one of you, it's such an honor for me to be able to speak on behalf of the Foundation of East Chicago. When I came in and I was looking at the history there, man, I kind of got a little upset because when I looked at it and I saw on the picture there back in 1988, and the chairman and co-chairman of the fundraising committee at that time was William J. Riley and Mayor Robert A. Pastor. And I remember those days so clearly because I remember William Riley coming and telling me that I'm going to co-chair the campaign for the new Boys and Girls Club bill that's going to be built, but you really going to do the work. And so I spent a lot of time with Joe there and the others who were on that committee to do the fundraising. And as I think about that, back then, the amount of work that was put in for a good cause. And so I'm here today to say that, thank God I made the full circle. But you know, maybe I'm not going to be long. I was speaking to a young lady here today, and she asked me, we were talking about the Boys and Girls Club, and Club in Cedar Lake, and other places, and she asked me, are you from Chicago? And I said, yes, I have other citizens in the county. Thank God that I came here in 1967. I've got a beautiful young lady and lived here for the past 52 years. But what I want to say today is that at the Foundation of Chicago, in the past 20 years, we've made quite a number of grants, large and small. We have come together with quite a number of partners we want to partner with to do things that are going to have an impact on the city of East Chicago. And I think that the partnership that we made with the Boys and Girls Club is going to raise to the top. And so I can tell you right now, when they came in to talk about what they wanted to do at the Boys and Girls Club to the board, I remember we sit there and we discussed it. And we talked about the impact that what's going to take place is going to have on our young people here in East Chicago. One thing that I can say about the Foundation of East Chicago board, they have an interest in youth, in young people. Now I would have to say that because many times when we started talking about young people and our board members, Nadine Colcott should start crying. Because she has such a love for our youth here in Chicago. Nadine, don't start crying today, please. And so, when Ryan walked out of the room, we had a brief discussion. But it was a unanimous decision that we should support you. And we went from 100,000 to 200,000, and then Nadine said, no, let's do the full $500,000. And so we made that commitment to put in $500,000 partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. Because we know of the impact that they're going to have on our city. In the Bible, there's a scripture that says, raise up a child, the way it should go. And when he matured, he would not depart. And that's what I see the Boys and Girls Club doing here in East Chicago. They're raising up our kids, so when they mature, they will not depart. That they're going to be focused on life and things in life that they want to do. And so that's why we are so proud of this partnership. As I see these young boys and girls sitting back there, we looking at them and say, I remember when I was that age, Brother Ed, and I was in Mississippi at that time. And coming from a poor family, there were 14 of us. But I looked at my father and the way he was working and things, that made an impact on me. He raised me up as the way he wanted me to go. And that's why I did not depart from his teaching. So my word to these young people today is that you got people that's interested in your future.
Listen to them. See what's going to take place here today. And this is for you and for the city of Chicago. And I just want to thank the foundation for being part of it. Because we know that what we invest in this Boys and Girls Club is an investment for the future of East Chicago. And so, board of the Foundation of East Chicago, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank Ryan and this committee for coming and even asking us to donate on this part. In closing, I just want to say, a few months ago, I received a postcard. And this postcard, I'm looking at it, it was a little card and it was a thank you card. And this card was from an address in Chicago. And I said, why would I be getting this? And it's from a young lady, and I would not disclose her name. And she said, I just want to thank you and the Foundation of East Chicago for the commitment that you made to the Boys and Girls Club. She said, there's no better place that you could have put your money. She said, this is for our youth. And we want them to see that their future is great. And so we want to continue at the Foundation of East Chicago to partner with organizations like the Boys and Girls Club. That's going to have a great impact on our city. And so I said thank you today. Thank you, Boys and Girls Club and committee and board for what you're doing in East Chicago. May God continue to bless you. That's all right. Just got excited.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate the support from the staff, to the children, to the administration, and to all of you that live here within Chicago or work here. We really appreciate everything you're doing for us. I am honored to introduce Mark Lopez, who is celebrating the renovation, enhancement of our Chicago Captain House Club, and the 100th birthday celebration of the Captain House. As Chief of Staff for U.S. Representative Pete Viskowski, Mark Lopez is responsible for developing and implementing all policy objectives, strategies, and operating plans for the representative of Indiana's 1st Congressional District. As Chief of Staff, Mark manages and directs all activities and staff of the Washington, D.C. and District Office, as well as coordinates all activities with the Congressman's responsibilities on the Appropriation Committee. At this time, please help me welcome Mark Lopez.
Thank you very much, Christine, for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate being here on behalf of Congressman Pete Viskowski. His schedule originally had him here in attendance to be here to celebrate, but given the current events taking place on the nation's capital, he was prevented from traveling home. Today, he is enjoying staying for the city of East Chicago and its Boys and Girls Club. We are gathered here to highlight and celebrate the best of Northwest Indiana. It is inspiring to see the collaboration between the board, the nonprofit community, the city, with the great leadership of Mayor Anthony Copeland and his common council, as well as our trustee, Frank Burban, and his board members, and the families involved in the Boys and Girls of Greater Northwest Indiana, and specifically in East Chicago Club, as it shows why you are all some of the most impressive and valuable resources of Northwest Indiana. There are many individuals and groups responsible for today's success. Because of your investment, future generations of young persons will be afforded the 21st century environment to be mentored, to learn, and to be safe, so that as they mature and become the leaders of this city, this state, and this nation, they are prepared to lead with compassion, understanding, and an awareness that the individual successes that we all may achieve are a result of the community's ability to collaborate, to bring people together for the common good. And that by giving the time of our talents and our life, our financial resources for the greater good, success will be achieved. I would be remiss if I didn't have the opportunity, as Mr. William shared, he was also a participant in the Captain's House. The real Mr. Lopez and the family, Pinky Lopez, also in the Captain's House. And I can speak from personal experience, the maturity and the experience that this group's four families is an intergenerational pact.
and people are benefited not just individually, but their family and future generations. On behalf of Peter Slawski, I would like to present the U.S. flag displaying our nation's capital in honor of today's celebration. I'm not sure to present that to you. And I need to also, I think, introduce a Jeff Amy, who is the Director of Organizational Development. Students a round of applause. They have behaved so well in listening to all the people. Because of not only the education, but the security of the girls' provide.
So, Mark, before you leave, we have a very special gift that we would like to present to Congressman Wislowski. And I think it's very appropriate on Valentine's Day to say heart, but it's a broken language on here. I just want to take a moment to read it to you. It takes a strong heart to love, but an even stronger one to repair a broken one. So on behalf of boys and girls 11th grade in Northwest Indiana, if you would give that to the Congress. So before we introduce the most important guest of the day, Kayla, you'll allow me just for a moment, I'd like to tell you a quick story. And by way of introduction, my name is Jeff Amy, Director of Organizational Development for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. I have a 40-year history in the movement, but basically a 27-year history with your organization. George, when you talk about this facility being dedicated in 1991, I was here and joined the group on that special day. But I want to talk about the power of one. And I want to revert it back to a story back in the late 60s and 80s in Detroit. Many of you will know the history, and it's not a proud history, what was going on with poverty and embrace challenges in the country at that time. But there was a young man growing up in Detroit. He was about 8, 9 years old and came from a family where his mother was working 2 or 3 jobs and just doing the best she could to make that family strong. And this young man wasn't the greatest of students. You can imagine he sat at the back of the classroom and just hoped and prayed every day the teacher wouldn't call on him. His head was always down. And one day after school, him and his buddy decided to go to the rock quarry. And as young boys did, they got into a little trouble. They were throwing rocks and breaking windows out of old dilapidated buildings. And an old man walks by and looks at the kids and says, "Do you know what type of rock that you have in your hand?" And the kids made some despairingly remarks to the old man, and the old man simply kept walking by, but before he left, he said, "It's gypsum." Fast forward 30 days later, and they're in science class. And the teacher puts a rock in her hand and goes, "Does anybody know what type of rock this is?" And to the surprise of the teacher, this hand in the back of the room goes up. That never went up before. And the teacher calls on this young man and says, "Ben, what type of rock is that?" And Ben goes, "Gypsum." Well, many of you will recognize the name Ben. He just recently ran for President of the United States, and he is currently the Secretary of Public Housing. Ben Carson. The power of one. That old man walking in the rock quarry, giving some instructions to that young man that it's gypsum. He had no idea what impact that was going to have on the life of Ben Carson. That teacher in the classroom, instead of saying, "Wow, Ben, you never raised your hand before," took the high road and said, "Ben, what type of rock that is," and he praises and praises and praises upon young Ben. So the power of one, and is exemplified here today with each and every one of you, from our dignitaries dignitaries, to city leadership, to investors, to staff, to board members. You never know how much of a difference you're going to make in the life of a child. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'd like to introduce now a great example of the power of one. And I'm not talking about what people have done for Kayla. I'm talking about what she has done already for others. Our National Youth of the Year program, which started in 1947, Kayla will be representing the Boys and Girls Clubs of East Chicago in that event in early March. And there's three words that we kind of use as pillars of our Youth of the Year program. It's focused on lead, succeed, and inspire. Now, Kayla and I never met until about 15 minutes ago. But I can tell in about 15 minutes, she has remarkable leadership capabilities. She's a great student, she gives back. She's inspiring other young people to give back, and I'm sure the young men and women, when we break, they will be coming up to you here and they follow you because you are a leader. But please, without further ado, let me introduce the Youth of the Year candidate for the Boys and Girls Clubs of East Chicago, Kayla Anderson.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kayla Anderson. I've been at the club going on about 3 years now, and I currently attend East Chicago Central High School. I have recently been nominated to represent the East Catherine House for the Youth of the Year competition. Working at the club has taught and bettered my character as a person. Along the way, and working with the kids has taught me things such as patience and responsibility. I think the renovation of the club will bring joy and fun opportunity for the kids. After working with the kids for so long, you grow with them and you see what they're going through, and you try your best to be the best role model to be, because you never know when some of the kids are going through at home. I personally wasn't able to attend the club growing up, but I am very excited and honored to be working and seeing the transformation. Growing up in my childhood, I've always told my mom that, I wanted to go to the Boys and Girls Club because I saw kids going in the neighborhood. And, she would tell me like, girl, what you talking about? I just, still have fun, and I've always, admired the Boys and Girls Club, and just, from having this on the outside, and all the kids talking about it in school, and, it was just a place for everyone to meet up instead of, just being outside, or, an educational environment where you can still have fun. And I've always wanted that, and even though in my childhood I did not get to experience it, I get to experience it now. And see the kids and cadets in the club grow up around me and see them grow more as I'm bettering myself also, because they teach me things just like I teach them things. And I appreciate everyone who's helped me along the way, and I'm very honored to represent the Chicago Catherine House in the Youth of the Year competition.
Everybody's been waiting for. It is the demo of the wall. So can I ask the 8 speakers that just spoke to please come up? Mr. Reeves, Mr. Lopez, Christine, Doc Williams, Ryan, Jeff. Come on. Grab a hard hat and a helmet. I mean a helmet and goggles and a sledgehammer. Okay, everyone in the audience, we have a group that's going to do a countdown for us. Okay? celebrate the wall, then our committee, and then our kids. Okay. You guys? So we don't know if it's safe for all 8 of you to hit at the same time, but I'm going to leave that up to you. There are targets that says pour. Please hit there. We don't need to get stuck, okay? Audience members and guests, can you help Kayla and I and the other club members count down? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to count down from 10 to 1. And after we hit 1, we're going to say, demo that wall. So ready? Here we go. 10.
Hi, Ryan Smiley, President and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Northwest Indiana, here on a very special occasion at our East Chicago Catherine House Boys and Girls Club as we celebrate our demolition day in preparation of the major renovation that's going to take place in this club, celebrating the 100 years of the Catherine House history. On a goal of $1.25 million, we've raised almost $1.18 million, and the construction begins on Monday to be completed by June 1st to make this a state-of-the-art club for our kids in the community in East Chicago. And we just can't thank the community and the donors and supporters enough for making this possible.
In Chicago, we're here at the Boys Club doing the wall breaking ceremony that will start off the west wing of the Boys Club. They're extending it out, bringing the kids more opportunity for activities. It's been a long time coming. The Boys Club is celebrating 100 years of existence. I came in here today. I was humbled almost to tears because it reminded me of when I was a child. Right over at the Catherine House is where we started with the Boys Club. And now I see the very kids having an experience and pride building, community building experience that I had. And again, East Chicago, we have been truly blessed. The city has stepped up. The foundations have stepped up. This cause have brought all of us together in one accord for a beautiful moment.